Welcome to the show, Skids podcast. I'm Shane Kopke. I'm here with Jim Gaetz and Kevin McNichols, who's going to say something stupid.
Nobody asked you, Kevin!
Thank you. The first time. Congrats. Let's end the show.
Hi!
Nah, God damn it.
How many years we've been into it? He's finally
Nope.
reined it in.
He fucked it up again.
Nope.
Did it again.
Wish in one hand, shit in the other.
Yep. Just shit in your hands. That's all you got to do.
Shit.
I wasn't going to say anything until you made a big deal out of it.
Because it's a
This
big
is
deal.
your fault, Shane.
You keep fucking it up. Way to go, Kevin. You ruined my day.
It's not
Good.
that hard to do.
My day was going so well until that.
It's not at all.
I can't believe you did it.
Energy, fellas. Energy. Bring it up. Kevin. Shane.
Yeah. No, it's good that
Energy.
we got our show out, 2 days ago? So
Yeah, that
that's
was a
fun.
debacle.
Yes.
My bad.
Awesome.
Sound
I
problem.
flaked. That's me. I'll take
Yeah,
responsibility
well, I also got
for
the
that.
flu on Sunday, so I was originally going to come over. I
that
think
pesky
How'd you
Saturday.
get the
24-hour
flu and then
flu.
it's gone?
Yeah,
It was
that's
like a
what I mean.
24-hour bug. Seriously,
Well, then it probably wasn't the flu.
I was throwing my guts out for
No, yeah, but
6-7 hours, and then it just
I get that, but that could be a common cold that does that too.
Makes you throw up?
Potentially, yeah.
Colds
No,
don't
I-
make you throw up.
Dude,
What the
can.
fuck you talking
it felt like
about?
somebody
He
was
probably
twisting
had
my guts.
Food poisoning.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
It could've
most
been.
likely.
Could've
Food
been.
poisoning is usually about 24 hours.
He's got all
and you're
those
out of it.
cats.
Well,
You do.
Probably some sort of feline thing.
No,
you got
I
from
bought. I had
HPV.
I had Luchas
guarantee you
Gracias the night before.
Oh,
That's
that'll
not
do it.
what it was.
That'll do it.
Which is so
Because you
fucking
are
good.
eating cats.
I know, but
So
that's
good.
why I was thinking like, well, if I have food poisoning,
But
I don't know if it was
100% you have toxoplasmosis.
that.
100%.
Well, I guess I'll do impulsive.
You have 8
life
billion
destroying
cats,
things.
Kevin. You are the cat lady from The Simpsons.
And counting.
We're not quite up to that many, but
Kevin started
few.
his own fucking planet of cats.
yeah, they're
Or the
it's an
Kevin's
Kevin's
army.
like,
cats?
look, I'm swimming in pussy.
Started an army, and give it a couple of years, and you will all be
Domination.
Yes.
Global domination
Kevin's-
with his cat.
You'll
Kevin's
dead.
army will kill
Overwhelmed.
all of
He'll
the
finally have the
birds.
KKK.
We will eradicate the bird population on this planet.
Kevin's cat killers. There's got to be something better.
Yeah,
than
that sounded retarded.
Kevin's killer
Birds.
cats.
Birds.
I mean, it is amazing how you just move one word.
Sounds better.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin's killers cats.
Wow.
It doesn't,
Now you fucked it up
it
again.
doesn't flow very well.
Don't pluralize
It needs to be better.
killers cats.
Kevin's killer cats.
There you go. That's a little bit better. But with a Z at
that
the
sounds like an
Z.
80s like Saturday morning cartoon.
end. That I never would have watched.
Yeah, I wouldn't have either.
Or the really shitty Ghostbusters. There was two Ghostbusters. Remember
Well, yeah,
that?
and that's because they didn't have the rights to the first one.
Yeah.
So the real one came out.
Yeah,
It
they had
was
to call it
fucking crazy.
the real Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I remember that. I forgot about that shit. That's funny.
I liked them both, but personally, I'd go for the real Ghostbusters if I had a choice.
Well, I mean, it's the real one.
Yeah, but the other one was pretty innovative too. I mean, their whole system.
They
of
just
getting,
stole it.
Yeah, they go into like an altered dimension in order to get suited up. I remember that too. They had this
I don't
special
remember
tunnel
any-
they jump through. Yeah,
You know what? I don't
remember much of that
think
show.
I watched any of the Ghostbusters cartoon.
Did
I
you watch
like the movies.
Did you watch the cartoons that they did for Back to the Future?
No.
No, you didn't like those ones.
No, I just never
No,
saw 'em.
what do you mean, Rick and Morty?
Well, yeah, it is now.
Yeah, pretty
But
much.
no, they had a series of. They even had a Beetlejuice series.
Yeah.
Okay, that
I
I,
remember
saw.
that.
Yeah.
I remember the Beetlejuice cartoon.
I didn't watch it. My sister fucking watched the shit out of it.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it. It was
Eh.
hilarious. Same with Darkwing Duck and
Darkwing Duck, I remember.
Tailspin. What was another one?
Yeah, Tailspin.
I like Tailspin.
Tailspin was a classic, dude.
Animaniacs.
Oh yeah,
Remember
that one broke a lot of barriers.
what
there.
was the DuckTales? I like that one.
Yeah.
I like that one.
That was Kip Cloud Kicker with his little fucking.
And Rescue Rangers.
Yeah,
Those were good.
Dales Rescue Rangers.
Then
I
back
had
in
a
the
thing for
day too,
Gidget on that
man.
one.
Dude,
And now they have shitty cartoons.
I know they do. Dude, that Batman animated cartoon back in the day was fucking great.
Yeah, it was
I didn't
dope.
watch
wasn't
that
it?
either.
The
it
Batman
was
animated series.
very
Oh
good.
man, you missed
Yeah.
out. It was
Yeah.
great back
It
then.
was, and I think Mark Hamill voiced the Joker.
Yeah, he
on
He did.
that one.
That was I think when he started doing it.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say he voiced the Joker up until just recently. I think.
Yeah, I think one of the last Arkham games I think was the last time
Yeah.
he did it.
Did you guys see that AI switching gears a little bit? But that AI, if Anakin, no, wasn't it? They did an AI version if Luke turned to the dark side, and
No.
what that would look like. And I guess there was actually 3 books written on that. about if Luke had actually turned to the dark side and what that would look like. And I watched the AI
Did he
video.
hold 3 fingers in front of his face?
It didn't. He couldn't.
That
But
son of a
Leia ended
bitch.
up taking up the mantle.
Oh yeah.
And he had to fight Leia.
Yeah.
It was
there's
actually a really cool video.
Well, that was the dumb thing about the fucking new movies is Leia,
All of a sudden,
who
Yeah.
had like forced thought, and that
Yeah.
was about it.
Like
Like she could
telepathy.
kind of telepathy,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and she could sense things that were gonna happen, but that was about it. And then all of a sudden, she's fucking Mary Poppins.
Oh, I know that was so lame.
in space.
In
yeah.
space.
Yeah.
She's
And,
dead,
um,
floating around, and then she's like,
Yeah.
"Meh."
Well, and there's a couple of channels on YouTube where they do AI stuff like that, and one of them is pretty cool. They do like these what ifs of Star Wars, and one of them is like, what if Anakin became good, like before, like during Star Wars, or like the first Star Wars Episode 4 or whatever.
Turn to the dark side at all?
Yeah, or it's like he changed back earlier,
Huh.
to the good side, and how that would go. And they actually did it with AI to where it looks
Yeah,
very
that's what I
movie-like,
loved about this one.
Yeah,
I mean, I was compelled. I mean, it was probably like a 15-minute short.
yeah.
But
They're all about 10,
15
15 minutes,
This was
but
really
this-
good. Really well done.
yeah, they're
I mean,
really good.
Acted terribly because AI
Yeah.
has
Well,
because
because it's still
down.
not quite there
Not
yet.
always
but-
though. Some of it's
Yeah.
actually really good. Some
Yeah.
of
The
it's
dialogue
pretty
on
bad.
this was very bad.
Yeah, some of it's really bad. Some of it's pretty good. And I mean, one of the things that we're seeing now too, especially with this war in Iran, is that AI is everywhere.
Oh yeah,
Iran's propaganda machine is nothing but AI.
For
Yep.
sure. Yeah.
That's
all of
the
it.
only way they think they can win.
Yeah, they're like, oh no, look, we blew up another aircraft carrier.
We're not
They're like-
losing this fight. See,
Yeah.
we have Trump right here.
Yeah,
He's tied up.
Netanyahu. He's been dead in
just
forever.
we just got a delivery of more magic carpets. We
Yeah.
will never be defeated.
It is pretty wild though that all they're doing is putting out AI after AI after AI.
Well, the U.S.
they-
is always
they don't
saying
got
one
much
thing
else.
and Iran's saying another thing. That's just
Yeah.
the USA is like, we're going to be done with it in a couple weeks.
Well,
We've already
And
eliminated
Iran's
that.
trying to save face because
Yeah.
really they're getting fucking their asses.
If this
kicked.
happened 5 years from now, it would be who do you like more, not what actual
kind of
news.
like how it is now.
No, but it kind of. But in 5 years, it'll 100% be that. And the reason being is because the AI is going to be so good that you just believe whichever side that you already liked.
I know that some schools are actually starting to implement typewriters again, specifically to combat AI.
I can't wait till we're all back in the fields.
That's what's going to be, dude. We're reverting back just to eliminate AI.
Yeah,
We
maybe
have to
the
get back-
Amish had it right.
It'll be
I
funny
can't
if
argue
we get
that.
to that point.
Actually, that's another thing.
AI Amish. That's
they are hard workers.
Did you guys
It's
see
true,
the?
and they're breeders too.
Did you guys?
my God.
Did you guys see the when Matan interviewed the Amish guy?
No.
Fucking
Oh, that
hilarious.
Amish kid.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fucking hilarious because he goes, "Hey, did you see that right now that like the aliens are coming down to kill all the Amish people and they're gonna burn and destroy your bodies and collect you and put you in the skin pile?" And he's like, "What? What's happening?" And he's believing him.
Oh, that's a 38-minute one. There's a short one here.
I don't get updates on the news.
That's it. The
Wall
the
of
wall,
flesh.
wall of flesh.
Oh,
It's
that's
fucking
okay.
Are the
great.
Amish people aware of the evil flying demons that are coming to kill them and feed their corpses to the wall of flesh?
What?
What?
It's just it's so fucking funny.
What? That's happening? This Amish kid's on a lot of videos.
He's in everything. man.
Oh,
I've seen him in a
Floating
ton
around
of
lot 'cause
stuff.
He's got a really funny accent. He's a cute kid. And he gets. I think even he was on Theo Vaughn's interview podcast at one point. Put him on Rogan. See how well he does on that.
I don't think Rogan cares to interview him
He only interviews people he's interested in.
How could he not be interested in some Amish kid? He's adorable.
because he doesn't ever talk about them ever.
Has the guy
Maybe
has the
he
kid
should.
done anything
He's not into it.
interesting?
Yeah,
That's the thing that I do like about Rogan's podcast is the reason that most of his interviews are actually engaging is because he actually wanted to interview that person.
Yeah.
He's
It's
an
un-
active interviewer and listener. He's
Yes.
very
Yeah.
good at
It's
that.
unlike when you watch like CNN or any of these other things. They just have somebody on because it's good ratings potentially.
Yeah, no,
And
he
it's
brings
always a
people
gotcha.
on.
They always
yeah.
have to gotcha.
Yeah,
they always have to
he
gotcha.
brings people on to have conversations with because hey, I'm interested in what you're doing.
Yeah. Not
Let's
what
talk
the
about
world's
it.
interested in. what I'm interested
Well,
in.
he's
Yeah.
interested.
Well, that's why.
Exactly.
That's why. Who is it? Jesse Lee. What's his
Peterson?
name?
Jesse Lee Peterson?
Yeah, that's why that guy's hilarious. Because
Amazing.
He just brings people on because he wants to troll them.
Yeah.
That's why Matan's interesting
he
too,
is pretty
because he
funny.
brings people on
He's
just to troll them.
Yeah.
And I think they know that going on board, but
Wow.
some of the stuff is off
Some do.
kilter. is what
Like
he
the
does.
Bonnie
do.
Blue one when
Yeah,
he
the
just
Bonnie
put up
Blue
the
one's
fucking
so
Oh,
bad.
yeah.
wall,
He had the
and
guy-
everyone's in fucking hazmat
Hazmat
suits.
She
Yeah.
went along with it enough, though. I mean,
She was not happy about
No,
it. You
for-
could see it
for
immediately.
a person in her field, she's actually pretty well
But she-
spoken. But also, I've never
Yeah.
seen her really get worked up at some of these because a lot of times she's interviewed, she's basically insulted the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
Well, she's made
Well,
tons
she's-
and tons and tons of money.
Well, I think
Yeah.
she's probably
She
one of the
doesn't care.
biggest whores alive.
It's
today.
true, but
You
again,
know?
she embraces it. She's not
She
embarrassed
does.
by it at
Hey,
all.
hey, I'll give her that.
I
She
think
does
she's now-
embrace it.
I think she's now pregnant.
Is she?
Is that possible?
By like 1,000
In that
guys.
cavern?
Yeah, no, it's possible. They were spelunking.
She's like a cat that can have like a baby from like multiple fathers at
Yeah.
the same time.
a litter.
That too.
No, well, yeah, a litter, but still multiple men.
Yeah,
Impregnating
there could be
her
several
and-
different males
Yeah.
in a cat's litter.
I don't think
Yeah.
that's going to be.
it can't. Well, there's
it
this
was-
one.
Never mind.
I don't
There's
think
this
that's gonna
one.
work.
There's one gal that slept with a pair of twins like days apart, and they can't determine the
Well, yeah,
the
'cause
father.
it's the same DNA.
Because the DNA's the same.
Yeah.
And they're both filing suit for.
Well, how do you
custody.
win that?
Yeah,
Sucks to be him.
Be like,
Judge is
no,
like, look.
You know what the judge is going to do? This is what's going to happen. You're both paying child support.
it could be, but no. She's married to one of them. The other one wants
Doesn't
custody.
matter. It's going to be fucking both of them.
Yeah, probably. Well, they're not.
Well, either that or they're going to.
They're not trying to get out of child support. They're trying to get custody.
Yeah, and they're going to be like, you both get visitation. You both pay child
Yeah.
support.
Yeah, something like that. Who knows?
Joint daddies.
That's the whole world's
It's
cucked.
a whore.
It's fucking
That's
yeah.
that's what you get when you deal with whores.
There's so many whores.
There's
So
a lot of
many.
whores
They're
out there.
everywhere.
I'm not arguing that one bit.
There's a
Not
lot
one
of
bit.
whores.
Plenty of them.
Sound a lot like Bonnie Blue there.
Yeah. What do we got going on in the news though? There's some crazy shit going on with. We got a NASA launch. We got
Yeah.
the war in Iran.
Yep.
We got
We do have
aliens. We got body parts. We got tons of stuff to cover today.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Hassan's a cunt.
Hassan's
Well,
a
he's
cunt.
always been a cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
piece of
now
shit.
even CNN is starting to call him a cunt, basically.
Yeah, the
going
news
after him.
media is catching on.
I
isn't
guess
Yeah,
that's called a
finally.
segue.
Let's
Yes.
see what CNN has to say about.
So yeah,
the
that's the
cunt.
thing. It takes mainstream media about 5 or 6 years to catch up to everyone else. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
and usually it takes our segues about 5 to 6 minutes to do.
That's true.
Let's
So-
see. This
So-
is another person's take
so-
on CNN's take.
So yeah, so
Yeah.
basically we couldn't
And then we're
exactly.
gonna have a take on top of it.
So
Let's get a
yeah,
video
I
up.
could
It's
not
the
track.
Matrix.
Yeah.
It's the fucking Inception.
Yeah.
Yeah,
of
so
takes.
I could not track down the original fucking CNN video, which is crazy because YouTube usually fucking.
I'll tell you
pushes
why.
CNN
I'll
shit.
tell you why.
Why.
Because you waited till you got here to do it.
Womp
No.
womp womp womp.
It's true.
Well, that's it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, probably. But
Okay,
the point
cool.
is that YouTube usually pushes CNN shit on everybody, so you'd think it would be easier to fucking find. So
Nope.
anyway,
well, because
we're gonna have to watch Nuxtaku actually.
I was gonna say I think it's because Hassan
Show the
is like
segment.
one of the
Please
things that
forgive
YouTube
the,
likes.
They
the
love
avatar
YouTube.
and
Yeah, they love him. So does
the
Twitch.
annoying
He's a
voice
piece
on
of
this
shit.
one.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
here's
apparently he's an important
Nuxtaku's getting more and more popular.
What's
They
it
call him the
called?
Blue Jew.
yeah.
Nuxtaku, yeah,
Okay.
or
Well,
Nuxanor.
Pushing play.
A lot
All
of
right,
pain
here we
and
go.
trauma across our state. Our Donnie O'Sullivan caught up with Piker over the weekend at a No Kings rally in New York and asked how he fits into the Democratic Party's future.
All right, here we go.
You have become an issue within the Democratic Party yourself. Tell us about that.
I don't think I'm necessarily an issue within the Democratic Party as much as I am an issue for a lot of consultants. I don't want
piece of
fascism to win in
shit.
this country. I don't want Republicans to win.
He does actually want fascism. He just wants left-wing fascism, right? He would be more than happy if we
He
became a
wants
Chinese
communism.
dictatorship. Like exists in China or in Cuba. He would definitely support fascism. He just wants fascism from the other side.
in this country. We can argue on the methods. Maybe you think that
Yeah, Hassan wants a violent revolution.
my
Yes, he does.
worldview and my
He said it-
values.
he said-
and
basically
the
said-
Shut up,
policies
Kevin.
that
I'm
I want
listening to this thing
politicians
that
to
you made us
represent
listen
might be
to.
different than yours.
We're
But
gonna
at the
get
end of the
commentary
day,
on the
I think we have
commentary.
the same goals.
I should know that.
I mean, that's weird because his goal
I think
seems
it's like
complete to radical communism
I misspoke.
and infinite third world migration.
It's a Michigan Senate primary, not governor primary. Jonah Platt is with us. He's the host of Being Jewish with Jonah Platt podcast. Peter Hamby is the founding
That's
partner
a show?
of Puck
This
News.
guy's like, that guy's a
Peter,
Jew?
Look,
like,
obviously, he has said a lot of
yuck.
things that a lot of people
Doesn't
find
look like a
outrageous.
Jew.
He's like, let me check my
called
pennies. The corners
one
are
Jew is
missing.
Zionist pig dog. He is called Hamas.
Got his pockets
The
turned out.
Palestinian
He's like,
resistance. He's justified October 7th, and
Get
on
away.
and on and on.
Yep, true.
What does his influence?
He loves Hezbollah. He loves the Houthis. Shocks his
Basically,
dog,
any
allegedly
Islamic
raped a
terrorist
15-year-old
group
in
he's a
Germany.
fan of.
influence
The things
tell
that he
you about where
says
the
about
Democratic Party
Islam
stands today?
drives me
Parties.
Is it
crazy.
Oh, I know.
despite those comments or because of those comments?
I think it's, despite those comments, a little.
Nah, El Bozo. Bro doesn't understand that the left is actually becoming a terrorist organization in real time. I think this is crazy cope. If he doesn't realize that the left
There's
is
definitely a
crazy
contingent
violent,
of
I
them
think
that
this is
seem to
CNN.
wanna
What do I
be.
expect? But the left is a
Antifa.
violent, in
Oh,
my
yeah.
opinion, domestic terror organization right now.
Little bit. I mean, back to your first question, what it says about the party. I think
This man has
Dr.
no chin. He
Abdullah
had to
Sayed
grow
is
one.
looking for a lane.
He's
in a
using
three-way
the
primary.
cartoon
He's
character as
slightly
the other
behind
as
in
a
the
gym.
polling.
He's using
He
that
wants the
makeup
terrorist
putty they
vote.
would
It's
use in
actually that
movies, you
simple.
know?
Very
And like a
bizarre
lot of
looking face.
Democrats and a lot of progressives.
Beard
Look,
ain't
he's running
working.
for Senate in Michigan, right? He wants all the Dearborn, Michigan guys that support the guy that blew up a synagogue. He wants those votes. And they'll definitely support him if he collabs with the guy that supports Hamas.
After the 2024 election,
Which Hasan
wants
Piker
to
is doing.
Connect
He's
with young
collabing
people,
with that guy.
connect with young men. Go
El Bozo.
pretty
It's
despicable.
just such a bad
Yeah.
take, right? You think Hasan Piker is the way to connect with young men? Like, this is insane. It's the way to connect with radical terrorists.
And
All
him
right,
and-
terrorists,
him and
people that want
Asmongold
violent and
have
revolution.
had such a
Those are
Oh,
the
yeah.
long
people that
history
you'll
of
connect
hating
with.
each other.
Oh, yeah.
All right, and these leftoids,
Guys,
like
this
the
is all over
boomer
my head, so
leftoids on
carry on,
CNN,
'cause
they're
I don't know what
either
the fuck this guy's
blind
talking
to
about. He's
it
using
or
words.
they're
Well,
just
he's
retarded.
Go
he's
into
just
the
he's
manosphere,
giving a
go
little
into the
more
podcast
context
space.
to
He's
some
not
of
in the
the stuff
manosphere
that,
or in the
that
podcast
Hasan
space.
is.
It just so happens that Hasan Piker is aligned with a lot of Dr. Abdul Sayed's views on
Yeah, like he's pro-terrorism.
healthcare, on taxing the rich.
And healthcare, on taxing the rich. So the people, the Americans that work hard and make a living, their money should be funding the third world immigrants that they bring in. What a fantastic system to overthrow our country.
Billionaires, etc.
what we're doing.
Yep, that's exactly what we're
Not
doing.
only that, but
God.
real quick pause. It's something I heard today related about how the government's spending money. I heard that over 25% of California's gross spending is on fraud.
Yeah.
25%. So they said it was.
I would
around,
say-
it was around like 60 billion. or
Well, I was
so.
gonna say, if you look at just the homeless situation,
Yeah.
they've spent $24 billion on that so far, and nothing's been done. I would say all of that is fraud.
Yeah.
So $24 billion. So that's half of that fucking $60 billion mark, roughly.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little less than that, but 40%. But 40% of all of that, it's just been wasted on homeless, not getting anything,
Nope.
not fucking changing anything,
There
and
was-
not doing anything.
There was something where they spent so many millions or billions of dollars on alcohol for the homeless that
Why?
served like 20 people, and then the rest of the money was just gone.
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
lines pockets, and it goes into fucking, ooh, what's my portfolio look like?
And didn't we have Elon up here at one point discovering all of that and fixing all of that?
Yeah, and the problem is I think that when you get into the lion's den and you start discovering that the lions are lions,
Yeah.
you're like, you get kind of kicked out.
Better step out
So
of
so
here.
listen
Yeah.
to this. California has spent over 24 billion to 37 billion on homelessness since 2019. Yet the crisis has worsened with over 181,000 individuals experiencing homelessness.
I like how experiencing homelessness.
Yeah.
They're just fucking homeless.
Yeah, they're fucking homeless. A 2024 audit revealed a lack of tracking, accountability, and consistent cost-effective data for these programs. Funding for key programs is facing potential cuts due to state budget deficits. I wonder why there's state
Well,
budget
the-
deficits.
It's not
The-
deficits. It's fucking fraud. It's all
stealing.
fraud.
Well, that's
Yes.
that's the thing. We have a president that's a businessman. Why isn't anything being done about that?
because
That would piss me
because
off
we
as,
have-
as a CEO. It's like, I
because-
have this much money bleeding out of this corporation
because we have checks
here.
and balances, and that's why. Because he can't do everything with the stroke of a pen.
That's true.
You can't.
That's ridiculous.
And not to mention anything that he does with the pen, the Democrats will say no to anyway, no matter what.
Yeah.
He could say, I would like to give everyone $1 million in the U.S., every single person. And the Democrats would be like,
They
no.
find a way to argue against it, and they
No,
they
it's
racist.
fucking-
No, because
yeah, yeah.
Elon would also get $1 million.
That's
We can't
racist.
do that.
We can't do that. It's
They-
ableist.
Yeah, anything that man does, no matter if it's if it's good on a countrywide level, or even to fucking Democrats,
what do we do?
They
do
would
about
still
it?
fight against.
We
it.
just bend over and take it and spend more taxes
No.
on it. I mean, what do we do? That's what pisses me off the most. Is there's nothing being done about it.
Well, that's the problem,
it's being
too.
exposed, great,
Because-
but
and
who
then
fucking
nothing
cares?
happens.
Eventually, it will just have to be violent revolution.
And that's what it's teetering
Yeah.
towards.
It is
Look,
teetering towards that.
Remember when we watched the thing from Ari Shaffir? When
Refresh my
Ari
memory.
Shaffir was being interviewed by a Fox guy, I believe. It was one of those
Oh, yeah, I remember,
the
yeah.
lighthearted Fox shows. You know, it's
Yeah.
not like a heavy news show or whatever.
I can pull it
But
up, I think.
yeah, if you could find that, that would be great.
Great segue here, but we're leaving that now.
But Ari Shaffir was talking about politicians and politics, and he was like, "I haven't voted. I don't vote." He's like, "If you vote, you're part of the problem." He's like, "I won't vote. Everybody."
Oh, I do remember this. Okay,
everybody's terrible.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, how do we fix it?" He's like, "We got to start killing politicians." And he's like, "Are you serious?"
This was 10
Yeah.
years ago. that
And
did.
he was right about it 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Look,
And what
I
about politics?
don't want
Okay.
the violence,
Here we go.
but
You don't find it a great
I really don't care
treasure
about politics.
trove of
Some people
material?
do. I don't. I think the system is corrupt. Every time I'm walking on the street, somebody's like, hey, vote for so-and-so. I'm like, it's all corrupt. Anarchy is the only way we're going to change anything. Violence. Kill a politician. That's the only way you can change shit.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously.
no,
you're
I guess it's Huffington Post.
No.
Huffington Post.
Are
I
you
thought it was
serious?
Fox.
Yeah, voting is not going to make a difference. It has never. Not in 100 years.
So what would you like to see?
I'd like to see some politicians start getting murdered and reform this government.
Oh my
And do one that's
God.
not corrupted. I'd like to get business out of government, and they're not going to do it. So the only way to do that is start killing people.
Isn't that exactly what you
Look around the
don't
world.
want?
How has anything changed around the world? How has any regime changed happen around the world?
Unless it's been forced by
Violence.
like
That's the
us.
only way.
Us.
Or
You
Israel.
think people in Arab countries are that much different than us?
Yeah.
Violence. That's the only way you depose a system that doesn't represent the people anymore.
And it doesn't.
No.
I mean,
Our
I
system
think
does
the
not
wonderful thing about
represent
the
us
United States is that
anymore.
we
At least the
can vote, and
tax-paying,
you do
hardworking
change it.
Your vote
Americans.
No.
doesn't go
Yeah.
anywhere.
Because
Your vote doesn't do anything.
they
Yes, it
also
does.
he's
pause
You
for
can
a
now be
second.
arrested.
Because you're
He's
right. You're right
fucking-
that they don't fucking represent the tax-paying Americans anymore because they say, no, it's okay for you to just sit on your ass and fucking do nothing all day, every day, and collect this check. And if you plop out another fucking kid,
We'll pay for that,
We'll pay
too.
for that too,
Yeah.
and you're gonna get more money. And it reminds me of
Not
another
even
video.
Not to mention the illegal immigrants coming over that are getting
Yeah.
everything free, too.
Oh yeah.
Well, but it
They're literally
reminds me
getting
of
cards filled with fucking money.
it reminds me of a video that I watched where this kid was 16 trying to get a job, and his mom's like, if you get a fucking job, you're out of the house.
Yeah,
And
I think I saw that.
The kid's like, why? Because if you do that, then my income now becomes more because you're my kid, and because my income goes up, I lose this fucking benefits.
Yeah.
And I'll have
Yeah.
to go to work.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, that is not a system of. That's not an incentive
No,
to
it's
do
not.
anything.
It's not.
The incentive. Look, I don't have a problem with us having safety nets. That's
Yeah.
fine. That makes sense. We don't want somebody to fucking crash and burn on one thing that happened in their life, and then now they can't do anything ever again, and they're completely destitute. What we need to do though is incentivize getting to work.
I agree.
We need to bring
See,
the
that
fucking
kinda
taxes
shit,
down.
That kind of shit back in the day would have been totally the opposite.
Yeah.
And okay, to your point that you just made. Now I know
What
a
was
guy
it? I don't even remember.
Tax
about
sucks.
the kid
Oh,
getting,
yeah,
saying he,
Yeah.
okay,
It's fucking
so
ridiculous.
But basically, like, okay, I know a guy who literally had to stop working full time and work part time just because he's got health problems in order to get the state medical, which gave him better medical than his job.
Yeah.
And so he now has to work part time, make less money, just so he can get the medical that he needs.
Yeah,
it is pretty crazy.
It's
no,
fucked up.
Our medical system is absolutely fucking retarded.
It is absolutely insane.
You know, I don't know what the best fix for it is.
I don't know. It's so fucked
Flat
up.
rate prices. Basically, control the market. Say, hey, this procedure should only cost this much and nothing more.
The problem with that, though, is
Some
then
countries
you get,
have that.
Then the problem with that, though, is first off, if you look at our medical
Caps.
system. But if you look at our medical system,
Yeah.
our medical system might rank low when it comes to like what we're able to pay for. However, it ranks extremely high if you have money.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So what would the caps do? The caps would actually fuck that system up.
In what way?
Well, if you put a cap on, we only pay this much for this procedure, those doctors that do some of those procedures are going to be like, well, then I'm just not going to be doing this anymore. Why would I want to get educated for this?
I mean, the doctors.
Why would I want to put all of my education into this if I'm only going to get paid, what, a third of what I would have gotten paid? Do you see what I'm saying?
Well, that change is going to come like that. If change came like that, it would eventually turn into as this is what it costs. So do I get in the field to get paid that much, or do I not?
But that's the problem with it.
Now, if you go with the idea of, hey, this is what I used to get, and now I get that, yeah, I'm not going to do it anymore. But the next doctor will be like, okay, so that's what I get paid for.
Not necessarily, though, because you...
Same applies for mechanics and everything else. That's what we were complaining about earlier.
No, it doesn't, and I'll tell you why. Because if you look at a lot of the people that were going to go into, like, good STEM fields and stuff and do, like, engineering and all this other shit and work, they looked at it and they said, well, I know mathematics, and it's a lot more lucrative for me to just go into finance.
Yeah.
They said, fuck this over here that would have actually been helpful to a majority of the people and went into a thing that was more helpful to them.
Well, that's
what people are going to do. Yeah, but that's what people are going to do. So when you take away the incentive of making money, what we need is more of a hybrid system, not a fucking this is a cap. What the way I was looking at it is I think that we need a hybrid system where we have. I don't know if it would be insurance.
Income based?
No,
you
got to let me explain it.
Right.
But the idea would have been you have like a general style healthcare system, right? That's the base system for everybody.
Okay.
And now I don't know what that would be or what that would entail. But then you can also have this supplemental system over off to the side.
Oh, the platinum service.
Well, not necessarily the platinum service, but you could get better service and all this other shit through it. You'd have to look. You're never going to get it to where everyone gets the same service. It's not going to happen.
So essentially, do away with insurance.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if insurance plays a part in this or not.
Well,
you'd have to
a ridiculous amount.
You'd have to develop
whatever they say.
You'd have to develop some sort of a system where, like you said, there has to be incentives for the doctors and other groups. But also another thing, I think, a big step forward towards lowering prices and stuff like that would be making laws against pharmaceutical lobbying, and also giving kickbacks to doctors from pharmaceutical companies, putting caps on like medications, things like that.
We are one of 2 countries in the entire world that advertises pharmaceuticals.
Yep.
You know what the other country is?
I don't know.
New Zealand.
Is it
and
New
they
Zealand?
have some restrictions on it. We have none.
We got none. And
it's insane.
Yeah, and the pharmaceutical...
Do you have blah, 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 blah,
yeah, and
you're going to get this.
Yeah, pharmaceutical companies pretty much fucking, as far as I know, at least unless it's certain medications, pretty much fucking set their own prices. Well, and they price... like most countries, a lot of the same pharmaceutical countries, you go to like, say, France or the UK or something, say for one medicine, it's going to be a set price. You come over here, it's going to be 1,000% more expensive.
They said
more than
same
that.
thing
Or
about
more,
the fat shot. I mean, the fat shot here in America is ridiculous.
Yeah, GLP-1s were what, like $400 to like $1,400 a month.
Yeah,
right. And if you got that same exact thing done in, let's just say Europe in general, it was going to be like $180.
Yeah, and it's set at that.
Yeah.
And we sell them to that. We sell it.
Well, that's actually one of the good things that Trump's actually done. What is it called? It's something.
He did that for insulin. I know that.
Well, he did it for all medicines.
Yeah.
There's an exchange that you can go online.
Like, why are we paying for this much here but not in Europe?
Yeah. Well, there's an exchange. You can go online and actually look into it, and it will tell you the prices of every single fucking medicine on there. You don't have to guess like we do.
Yeah.
Like well, how much is that going to cost? Well, it depends on how much your insurance pays. And This and that.
Yeah, I mean, I have a shot that I take that's what?
Yeah.
It's $1,000 a shot that I take every week. I mean, it costs me $40 a month, but it costs insurance $4,000 a month.
Hormone replacement?
It's close to it. That's why my breasts are getting bigger.
All right.
My voice is getting deeper, oddly.
Yeah, that is weird.
But no, I have literally. I remember seeing the bill for it once, and I was like, "Holy fucking shit!"
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at
$4,000 a month in this.
Look at the guy that bought the.
That's more than I make.
Look at the guy that bought the Wu-Tang album.
Yeah.
I was just going to bring it up. Yeah, Martin Shkreli, who raised the price of that AIDS medication.
Yeah,
right?
by I think it was 1,400%.
Yeah, fucking.
Did you see him talk to Shane
crazy.
Gillis one time? Gillis fucking.
Yeah, that was on the Legion of Skanks.
Yeah, laid into him.
It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And actually, Shkreli came across as like a likable villain.
Unfortunately,
He's definitely
It was
a
fucking
villain.
crazy.
That's for fucking sure.
But no, it's all about the money.
Well, it was funny because he kept talking to Shane, like trying to buddy up to him, and Shane's like, he's like, man, I want to hate you. You're the guy that fucking raised prices on hate medicine. And somebody had said, Scully made a great joke, right? So somebody said medicine's the best, or laughter's the best medicine, and then Scully jumped in and goes, but not to your T cells. and it was right there when Shane was like, I want to hate you so much, but that was fucking hilarious.
Gotta appreciate good humor, but
one.
Still, a bad person is a bad person.
Yeah, no,
he's
he's
definitely
a
a
shitty
bad.
person.
He's definitely a bad guy.
But then he came across as kind of a good guy again later on because he goes, so do you guys want the Wu-Tang album?
yeah.
I'll just send it to you guys.
Yeah.
He gave everyone a copy that was in the Legion of Skanks.
Well, that's
It's
good
a
for them.
one of one Wu-Tang album. Nobody has it. He's the only one.
Yeah.
I would love to hear it.
Now there's more than one copy because he's giving
Maybe
copies out.
Maybe I'll send a message to Big J or fucking
Look it up, bro.
Yeah, hey, you got that Wu-Tang album?
Like, who the fuck are you? Why are you messaging me?
You're like,
He
look,
wouldn't even see it. He'd be like, I'm sure.
No,
it's
Lewis would see it. I've had him respond to me before.
is that right?
Yeah.
Wow, you're famous.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
He responds to everyone on Twitter. He gets in fights. It's fucking hilarious.
But yeah, there's something desperately wrong with this country, and unfortunately, it's. I think, like Ari Shafir said, it's.
You know, as extreme as it sounds, honestly,
millions of us versus hundreds of them.
Yeah, well, and that's the problem with it is when
nobody will stand up.
When a system
It
becomes
leaves us
so
open to be attacked, though. Honestly, if we started something like that, some other country would come in and take over.
No, that's what they want. So China would wait until we're at our weakest.
Yeah.
They'd send over their drone swarms, take out anything else that looks strong, and then they'd move on in.
That's what I mean. It puts us in a very susceptible spot if we ever were to do that.
Well,
So I think that's why we're in basically a stalemate.
Well, it's one of the reasons why
Not even a stalemate.
China's been
They just have total control.
It's one of the reasons why China's been posturing more with the whole Taiwan thing since we went into Iran.
Yeah.
They won't do anything.
Well,
why wouldn't they?
They're also
Because
talking
they're
about
just-
we're
they're
talking about pulling out of NATO completely. Trump wants us out. It's like have them deal with their own shit. I'm tired of it.
Well, but we need to then get as strong on the Israel side too.
Yeah.
Because that's the reason we're in Iran. That was, if you look back on a lot of the wars that we've been in
That's
the
not
Middle
why
East.
we're in Iran. We didn't do it for Israel.
Oh, yeah,
we did it for ourselves. Okay.
Except that,
Except for that Israel pretty much made the first fucking move.
Well,
they threatened us. It's like we're
except
going to
that-
drop nukes if you guys don't.
Except that Marco Rubio even stated after we went into Iran the second time, not the first time when we blew them up with the fucking bunker busters on the nuclear sites. This most recent Iran escapade, Marco Rubio said that the reason we're in there is because Israel said that they were going to strike and we had to. If
That's
they
right.
didn't, then
Yeah.
Israel was going to drag us in anyway.
We lost the defense of the guy that the head of defense.
Joe Kent?
Yeah, Kent.
He wasn't the head of defense. He was the head of counterterrorism.
Yeah, that's what it was. Because he was. I mean, I remember that pissed Trump off.
Yeah, he did 11 tours in fucking the Middle East, essentially.
Lost his wife.
Lost his wife in the most recent stuff in, like, I think 2019 when we were fighting ISIS. And actually,
Shit,
Trump.
I didn't know that about his wife.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's remarried since, but his wife, they were both military kids, essentially, and fucking.
Dude,
and,
fucking and fucking.
And, he met her through that. And that was actually one of the things he said in the interview. He's like, look, I've been in my bubbles because when you're in the military and your wife's in the military, you hang out with nobody but military.
Of course.
So
Yeah,
you're in
yeah.
a bubble. And even being within that bubble, he was like, one of his red lines has been no war with Iran. He's like, let's destroy their proxies. Anytime their proxies attack us, destroy them. Destroy them because the proxies are the easy thing to deal with.
They are
until Iran.
Yes
makes
and
nukes.
no. I mean,
until Iran makes nukes.
Which apparently they've been
2
weeks away
from
for
it
the past
since-
40 fucking years.
Yeah,
you
since
know?
1990.
And nobody's
Have you
done
ever seen the
anything about
supercut of
Yes,
Netanyahu?
we watched it on here, but we should
We did?
watch it again.
Yeah, yeah.
It is so fucking compelling.
It's ridiculous. Like
Supercut on Netanyahu.
Netanyahu, just type in Netanyahu 2 weeks away from a nuclear bomb.
Yeah, with Iran. Yeah, yeah. I would just go to like
what Yahoo.
Yahoo.
They know what I'm talking about.
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
no, not Facebook. Fuck that.
Yeah, no.
I would have just hit back so you
I
don't
just-
have to type
yeah,
that shit in again.
Go
but
back up there.
My bad.
Just go YouTube. Or not.
You could have also just looked up there and it says it.
Why do you keep putting a space in Netanyahu?
Because that's how I see it in my head. Okay. Let's go videos. This one right here.
I don't know.
Um,
Maybe
it's an
one that
Instagram
says
one.
YouTube. I mean that no, because
No,
remember
that's- no,
when we
that's
do it
nothing.
outside of Instagram, it pops up weird.
All right. I'll find the YouTube one.
Yeah, that's not it. That's not.
No, because this is like 3.5 minutes. The
Fuck
real one's
that.
only a minute long.
No, that's not it.
My bad.
Just hit back. Don't delete it.
Why not?
Because then you can't have to type it in again. We got to watch that
Slow
nonsense.
down. This is really frustrating, you guys, huh?
Well, because you could have just done this on YouTube, like
YouTube,
Kevin said.
yeah.
Oh my fucking god, you guys!
Well, that would have been easy. No,
No,
go to
YouTube.
YouTube. Jesus Christ, you are terrible at this.
This one's
Yeah, go to the one
This
that's
one's
53 minutes.
53
You fucking
minutes,
idiot.
Guys. Let me click the back button and I'll go to YouTube, like you said.
Yeah, copy that first, so you don't have to type it
I
in.
ain't gonna do that. Look,
You are retarded.
I can type really fast, dude.
No, you can't. I've seen you type. You typed in net and Yahoo.
That's how I see it in my head. Sorry. 2 weeks. 23 weeks. Wheels.
23 wells. 23 wax.
2
wax.
This
I
was
think that's.
This was 9 months ago, though.
That's fine. He's been
that's
saying
fine.
it for 40 years. They
Yeah.
have a lot of
The
fucking.
deadline for attaining
Rewind
this
it.
goal
Oh wait, there we go.
is getting extremely close. And Iran, by the way, is also
2022?
outpacing Iraq
Nope, that's
in the
2002.
development of ballistic missile systems that they hope will reach the eastern seaboard of the United States within 15 years. By next
Oh, that one's not 2
spring,
weeks.
at most, by
2012.
next summer, at current enrichment rates, they will have finished the medium
That is a really
enrichment
good
and move
multimedia.
on to the final stage.
Who made this?
From there, it's only a few
Promote
months,
them.
possibly
The next
a
thing
few
he pulls
weeks
out is a fucking picture
before
with
they
a bag
get
with a money
enough
symbol on
enriched
it.
uranium for the first bomb. The foremost sponsor of global terrorism could be weeks away from having enough enriched
Could
uranium
be.
Yeah.
for an entire arsenal of nuclear weapons. Weeks away.
If not stopped,
2025.
Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a very short time.
So it's been 20 years.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
been 30 years, dude.
Yeah.
Well, they
He started
hate each
saying
other.
it in like 96.
Yeah,
no,
he's
look,
been saying it
I
forever.
agree. Iran with a nuclear weapon would be a terrible thing.
Absolutely.
Especially if they had a delivery system that could actually get somewhere.
Yeah.
Right? And they've already shown that they are willing to just fucking, bomb places that had nothing to do with the attack.
Yeah.
Like Dubai, fucking
Yeah, they just started
United
launching
Arab
missiles. Like, oh my
Emirates.
God,
Yeah.
freak the fuck out. Let's
Not
get
even
some drones
missiles.
out.
It's drones.
Yep.
They're launching fucking. There's Shahid or whatever the fuck they're called. And speaking of fucking drones, China's just unveiled their new drone system. That's
Oh.
frightening.
Do you want to take a look at it?
Yeah, you could type in China's new drone system
On YouTube?
It might show up on that. I don't know. But their new fucking drone system is it basic. You know like an MLRS.
I don't.
It's right there. That's it. Down
Drones
below.
have changed
Nope,
the face
nope,
of
go
warfare,
The
and now-
one below that.
See, I can't tell what you're pointing
I
at when you
understand
do
that, but that's the one to check out.
The Atlas drone?
Yeah, it's a news article or news
China has
thing.
unveiled footage of its advanced Atlas drone swarm system,
She sounds
showcasing
American.
precision strike and
She looks
autonomous
American. Let me guess.
battlefield coordination.
Her name's
The
Michelle
system
at the
highlights
tech
Beijing's
center.
growing focus
What
on
the fuck?
God
algorithm-driven
fucking
warfare.
damn it.
We leave you with these visuals. Thank you so much for watching Beyond World is
Shut
One.
that
Stay
door,
tuned. News and
Kevin.
updates will continue on the other side.
Check this shit out, Kevin. This is their new drone system. Look at this. This shit is fucking frightening.
It's like a hellfire system.
You see that fucking look at that. Here, I need to bring this back. You need to see this part.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
So, if you look, I'm gonna rewind it. Hopefully, I can get it paused at the right time. God damn it!
Dude, you suck.
I do.
Should have someone else working that.
So look at this right here. So this is the overlay of the territory that they're actually patrolling. Every single one of those is a drone.
The red things?
They can set, and the yellow is like probably.
It's a tracking number.
I'm guessing, it's tracking number.
Yeah.
But so they can actually set these to loiter in areas. The other thing that's frightening about this system is they're reusable if they don't actually do their job, right? So they can loiter out there. I don't know what the time frame is. Let's assume it's fucking 6 hours.
God, it's like fucking a game of Command and Conquer.
Yeah, so let's assume that they could sit out there for 6 hours, right? Instead of them coming home and actually landing on a space, they don't have to do that. They have a parachute built into them. So they can just parachute out. You can drive out, pick them up, put them back in, set them up to where they can go and launch and do this all over again. And they're suicide drones.
Yeah, as long as they're not taken.
Yeah.
And look at that. Look at how they're lined up there. That they're like in this pattern.
And look at that. That was supposed to be a command vehicle.
Yeah.
No explosion there. It's just
No, because they're not going to waste a warhead on a fucking dummy.
Look at this stupid window down.
What window? Oh, I don't know. I don't know why the fuck's up there.
It's almost over. That's why.
That might actually be part of this fucking thing.
Broadcast.
Yeah.
That's pretty scary stuff. Man.
Yeah, their new system is first off on radar. That's going to be almost impossible to fucking just individually pick those up. You might see a swarm, but how do you take it down?
You know, shotguns.
And actually, yeah, I think that might actually just be part of the broadcast.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Well, also remember, I mean, we are developing anti-drone, weaponry and things like that. And I mean, I think
are we developing it fast enough to take out?
What about an EMP would take it out, wouldn't it?
An EMP absolutely
EMP would.
But the
That's
problem
why they're
is
doing the wires on them because our EMPs were taking them out.
No, we weren't using EMPs.
Why were they wired then?
Huh? No, what they were using is jamming technology, which is not an EMP.
Oh.
Yeah.
So the jamming technology was either GPS jamming, and there's two ways to do. I think there's two ways. One of the ways would be you jam the GPS to where it just doesn't know where it is. So when it shows up on the map to itself, it thinks it's fucking 20 miles away and has to correct course. The other thing would be is spoofing. So what you're doing is you're actually sending another GPS coordinate to it, telling it that it's in a different location than it is.
Oh, all right, so it's just scrambling, and we're
So
not
you're-
using EMPs to
No.
stop the drones in Ukraine.
No, because
why those wires are going everywhere? 'Cause
So
I figured that's what it was.
Yeah, so Russia instead, and so did Ukraine, instead of using the regular drones, because there's so many jammers out there. Like I said, the jammers do jamming for GPS, radios, and various other systems too. So instead of doing that anymore, they started using fiber optics, because fiber optics really the only way that you stop the fiber optics is you get behind it and cut it.
Here's some of the most common jamming techniques. There's radio frequency jammers.
Yeah.
There's GNSS and GPS jammers.
Yeah.
And that overwhelms the satellite.
Down scope.
That analyzes the satellite navigation signals. And that gets them to lose their navigation ability. Then there's the spoofers, like you said, the protocol manipulation. And that instead of just blocking signals, these send fake GPS or navigation data, tricking
So
the
they
drone
might
into
think that
thinking
they're
where it's
20
at.
miles away and have to correct course, and now they're actually 20 miles away.
Exactly.
So then that would be
And then
the
there's-
answer then is EMP blasts, basically.
Yeah,
Well, the
but
problem with the
you can
EMP
also
blast is-
damage other systems.
EMP blast would take out the jammers also.
Not just the jammers, but what if these drones are over a sensitive
City.
or a military base or something like that? If you
Yeah.
EMP them, you're going to damage that
So
too.
we don't have a controlled EMP charge.
No, there's no way to do that.
No.
Because an EMP doesn't care what it hits.
Yeah. So there's also
you get an EMP out of a nuclear blast.
Right, that's true. But there's also directional
develop
jamming guns. They're handheld.
Yep, I've seen
and they're
them.
rifle shaped.
They're weird looking. So like the whole front of it is actually like flat, like this.
Yeah.
And then it has multiple jamming systems within
Exactly.
it.
Yep.
And you have to literally point it directly at it in order to hit
yes.
it. And I think it'll give you a signal when you're on.
Yeah, but if you're like on a mountaintop or cliffside and you're seeing the drones going over, you can just aim that thing at them and
But the problem with it is because now they're doing so much with fiber optics, they're making technologies like that not useless, but they're less useful than they should be.
And they may end up having to find ways to upgrade that technology in order to affect the new defenses.
I think one of the
that.
best systems that we'll be able to figure out for it would be some sort of laser technology. I think would be the best. Something that could fry the circuitry of it before it even gets close to you.
Oh, there's also fixed and portable RF analyzers. What these do is they actually detect the radio communications between the drone and the controller, allowing for targeted interference.
Yeah.
You can find out where it's
AI on those drones. It's not going to be connected to anything.
Well, that's the problem. So
that's true.
The ones out of China, those ones are, once they're up and actually have a protocol, they're autonomous.
Yeah.
So you can take out everything that has to do with the drones back at their base. Say that you figure out where these drones launch from, where their communications are, all that, and you destroy all of it.
Drones are still there.
Drones are still there. Drones still have their purpose.
Yeah.
And now they're not going to get any updated purposes. So if you bring out a new technology that they have no idea that they're supposed to attack, you might be able to get away with that. But how do you develop that in a couple hours?
But there's also the fact that, what if you got the AI that's smart enough to, maybe it's got protocols where, say, if something were to happen to the home base, and it loses communication, it then has or it's got a set of directives of what it should do. Do this,
and it would
then do
already.
that, and that, and then that. Yeah, exactly. So you never know what you're going to be dealing with in that kind of a situation.
Yeah, so you got to figure out how to actually take down the drones. And right now we have kinetic. Basically shoot them down with
flat cannons and shit like that.
Yeah, either some sort of anti-air shotguns, the new AR-15 rounds that actually have steel BBs in them.
Yes. Which we watched videos of that.
I mean, things like that look cool. Probably the coolest one I saw was the one that you brought to the table probably, 4 months ago. That guy that was developing it in the back of his van. Remember that guy?
Refresh my memory.
Well, he had a gun system built into and
it tracked everything?
Yeah, and it tracked every drone everywhere it went, and you could see it. Like, he'd have a drone fly in, it would go up like that, fire a few shots, drone's gone. And then it would reset. It would see another one. And
I think I remember that.
And so systems like that, like the Sea-Wiz is another system that, that multi-barrel cannon that they have on ships that they also put in like some of our air bases and shit like that, because those are highly targetable places. But something like that would be good because they have a built-in little radar type system for tracking flying objects.
Yeah, especially small flying objects.
Well, that's the problem. The smaller you get,
the harder it is.
And if
the way technology's going, they're going to get smaller. The size of flies, as I understand.
Well, if they figure out a way to also make them radar absorbing material like stealth jets, you know, and you make it cheap enough to where we would have to expend $1 million to take out this $80,000 drone.
Well, that's what's going on in
or
Iran
even
right
less
now. It's
in
costing
price.
millions and billions.
We figured out something on that we just started doing that recently. A-10 Warthogs. We've been putting those up in the air.
It's about goddamn time.
So in the Strait of Hormuz, they've been having problems with a lot of Iran's rockets and fucking drones, but big time the drones because they have a loiter time.
Yeah, we got a $1 million rocket taking out a $10,000.
Yeah, it's not cost effective at all.
So we're tossing out the A-10s and we're letting them take them down with the 30 mil
fun,
cannon.
Boys.
The 30 mil cannon's going to take out a drone pretty easy. One shot from that 30 mil that hits it. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's done. It does not do anything anymore.
What happens to the rest of the bullets, though? It just gets scattered across the
Well, there is some collateral damage.
Yeah, we're going to lose a couple skinnies in that, don't we?
Well, those are on the other side of the fucking
some fatties then?
Yeah, they might be a little fatter over there.
All right. Fair enough.
They're at least selling something.
It's a farmer. Who cares?
The people in Somalia, they're selling stuff they stole from you.
Yeah, it's a good point. Let them. No, I'm not going to say that.
Like Kevin.
Yeah, let's have Kevin. Why don't you say something about Somalia, bud?
You have to wear that.
I want to the fucking Burger King hat.
Yeah, pretend you're on an airplane.
I got that just for you for No King's Day.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Did you see the one that I sent you guys? There's a company that's making Cordura ones. Like out of the vests. they're making Burger King hats out of Cordura. Fucking hilarious.
At first, I thought you said corduroy.
No, Cordura.
It's such a fucking movement now because of that guy.
Yeah.
That one guy who got drunk on a plane and just went off kilter.
Yeah, that guy, dude. I've seen so many Halloween costumes that people were that guy for Halloween. It was
my
fucking hilarious.
goodness. No, I saw No King's protest where a guy was wearing one of those and he was carrying a rose, and he was basically countering the No King's protest. He's just sitting there going thumbs down when he has a fucking crown walking around all these people.
What I don't understand though is
like
a
dumb protest. It was pointless.
What I don't understand about the No King's protest is like they're trying to say that Trump pretends he's a king or something. I haven't seen that.
Well, I've
from
seen
him.
a whole bunch of interviews with guys asking people these protests. It's like, well, what do we do about it? Well, we need to impeach him. We need to go. It's like basically behave like a normal government would.
He already. First off, he's already been impeached once.
Yeah. So people are saying we need to get him out of office. We need to impeach him. It's like, well, that would take acts of Congress and actually government officials, not a king's.
And also, currently, they would have no standing to do so.
No.
He hasn't broken any laws. He hasn't.
I mean, he's going to court a lot for stuff.
Yeah, but
for
that's
his decisions.
Well, that's also political hackery.
It is. A lot of it's lawfare, but also some of it, it's like, hey, it's the checks and balances. You know, like he tries to legally go a certain way, do something. The courts decide whether he can or can't.
Yeah,
and then
that's
fine.
it.
You know,
Now,
that's how our system works.
Now, if you look throughout history, at least through my lifetime and your guys' lifetime, we were all about the same age.
Yeah.
If you look through our lifetimes, how many other presidents had this much bullshit
Not a
tossed
one.
at them?
That's what I
Not
mean.
one.
I'll say that again. Is Trump by far has been the most influential president, negative and positive, I have ever seen. I've never seen anybody idolize a president so much like President Trump. Or hate one
And I look at
so much.
And I look at both of those sides and say, you're both fucking crazy.
That's what I agree. Yeah,
Let's
we
start
covered that last show.
Let's start looking at this from, I don't know, a place of realism.
Objective.
Where when you look at him and you go, yeah, I don't like that. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I can
don't like
appreciate that. That's
Like-
a really dumb decision.
Like, I'm not a huge fan of this whole let's go to war with Iran.
I never have
right?
been. I thought that was dumb. I thought, what's the
The
point?
Venezuela thing, I wasn't necessarily a fan
was
of us
surprised
going
by
in.
that.
So, hey-
I was completely surprised, and afterwards I was like, that was fucking amazing.
So I do have to say something about the Iran thing. I don't want to be at war with Iran, but I do think that ever since that Islamic regime took over, I think that a war with Iran was always going to be inevitable.
I don't.
At some point.
And I don't. And
it would have been brought to us.
I think
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying a war of some kind was inevitable the day that regime took over.
Yeah, that was what, 1978?
Yes. It was always going to lead to some sort of conflict.
Well, we had to have Netanyahu convince us for 40 years.
Whether good or bad, I'm just saying it eventually, at some point, was inevitable there would have been conflict.
Well, yeah, because their government is based on religion and their faith, and their faith is we are the devil, we are the evil,
Yeah,
we're
the great Satan.
We're the great
And
Satan.
Israel's the little
Israel's
Satan.
the little- little
this is a
Satan.
religious war for them, and it always has been. That's the scary part about it is you put faith behind something, and it's
reason goes away.
Exactly, it's scary what that can do.
It's one of the reasons why, like, when you look at it, because we've talked about how, like, none of us think that it's a good idea that Iran gets a nuke, right?
Sure. Of course, yeah.
Of course,
You know,
yeah,
because
what they're capable of.
Well, it's not just what they're capable of; they'll use it.
Yep.
They
Absolutely
100%
they
will.
will
Use it because they believe
For the very thing you just said.
Yeah, they believe
religious,
because of their dogma
fucking-
and their their faith in
religious zealotry.
some weird dude that fucking married a 6-year-old.
But the same thing can be said about any faith out there. Not to get too
No,
much of
that's where you're wrong.
No, it really
That's
is.
100% where you're wrong. 100%. You cannot say the same thing about other faiths. You cannot say that Buddhism is going to start nuking people.
I can say that Buddhism
It's true.
believes so strongly in what their belief systems are different, obviously, but
And that's why you can't say the same thing about them.
I can say that they would go as far as they possibly can for the religion.
I
and their faith.
disagree with you 100%.
But
Islam
the
is an
beauty
outlier.
Of their faith
Now
is,
look,
is it's not to
now
harm
look,
others.
It's
If you
not
make
to
that
it's not to say that other religions
take
have
Christians,
not
you take-
done horrible things
you
in the
take
name of their
Christians,
faith
Catholics,
in the
you take-
past.
you take Jews. You take the big ones. I guess Buddhism is a big
Yeah,
one.
but what I'm saying though is you have all these other religions that can seem to peacefully live with most other religions.
It's true.
And one that can't.
Yeah. And
so they're not the same.
And in the past, yes, many of these religions have had instances where
the
there has been
Inquisition was terrible.
Right. In Japan during the 1600s, when the Buddhists in Japan they were trying to kick out the Christians, and they fucking did horrible fucking things to them. However, it's not a fucking worldwide kind of thing where this is happening all over with all these
one
religions.
Faith.
It's this one faith that is causing all these fucking problems.
King, you dropped your crown.
Whoopsie daisy. It's hard to keep this thing on my hat. But looking it's this
at it,
one faith, this one religion that seems to be the big troublemaker always.
Well, and two, when you look at Islam, is if you don't believe everything in the book 100%, you're kind of out.
Oh yeah, and you can be killed.
Yes,
not just
that's
out.
That's the other thing. Like, we've gone through this before,
Death
but
to the non-believers.
They've done polling in countries that are majority Muslim populations, and more people seem to lean towards the hardliners than they do towards, let's be peaceful.
Well, yeah, even the ones that are here in America, it's like I will
well,
still back up my country.
They're actually worse when you start getting them outside of some of those countries. Yeah. And I think the reason being is because there's more freedoms in the places that they happen to go to. Because if you look at places like UAE, what is the other ones? Kuwait. No, none of the fucking, not Russia.
Russia doesn't allow them in.
Jordan, Saudi
Arabia.
Yeah,
they do. They have Dagestan. Dagestan is fucking tons of Muslims.
Russians definitely do. But they're more of an Orthodox Christian country, but they do have
Muslims.
They do have Muslims.
They have tons of them.
Oh.
Where do you think
they actually have
whatever his last name is came from? The guy in the UFC. He came from.
Send him 2-3 years to Dagestan and forget.
Yeah, he came from Dagestan, which Dagestan is in southern Russia.
I'm not sure.
But anyway, it's in one of the Caucasus.
So he believes
regions.
that America is the white
one of the
devil?
stands.
I don't know that necessarily he does. Look, on an individual level, you got to look at them as individuals. However, as a group, it's not a good group overall. And if you look at Islam is about 700 or 1,200 years old, something like that.
Yeah, it's very. I mean,
right. Well, if you look at what happened with Christianity at roughly that same time frame. That's when the Inquisitions were going on.
Yep.
And that's when, like Crusades and all this other shit, like the religious battles. And then they kind of grew out of it. They're going through that now. And wherever they go after this is what we're going to get forever. Right? So if they go down the road of the way the Christians went, where they're not as bad anymore. I mean, like if you hear somebody,
you believe that? That's cool.
Yeah, if you hear somebody say that they're a Christian, do you go, oh shit? What do we got to do? Were we at an airport?
I better be careful what I fucking say.
But if someone said,
I get I get uncomfortable.
Well, yeah, I'm not a big fan of religion in general.
Don't sell me on that.
But
let's just be friends. Don't be friends just because you're Christian.
But I can't say though that all religions are equal. It's just not.
Not.
We've had a big problem with Islam
I'm saying what they're capable of because of their faith.
Well, on an individual level, you're right when it comes to the other religions. Individual level, but as a group, I don't see it. I don't see it from Christianity. I don't see it from Catholicism. I don't see it from Buddhism. I don't see it from
Zoroastrianism.
Yeah, which I think came from one of the original Israelite type.
I think so.
thing.
Yeah, but it's like none of the other Abrahamic religions are like that.
No.
And none of the Eastern religions are like that. Like Buddhism, Shintoism, and all these other ones.
Those aren't real.
Okay.
They're not real faith.
What is Hinduism? Not like that at all. It's just.
It's true. They're
Islam.
The extremists of Islam. But that's
it's a much bigger group than the extremists from the other groups.
Yes.
Which is unfortunate because, look, I mean, deep down we're all people, but it is true. Like when Ari was saying, though, on that rant that he goes on, when he was saying that, do you think they're that different over there? Yes, I do, actually. However, I think that he's right, though, on the fucking, that's how you get shit done is violence, unfortunately.
Yeah. That's the only way that people listen to.
Yeah, but I mean, but to his point that we're all not that different. We are different because if you try to because if you look at what we've done over the last, since 9/11, we've tried to bring democracy to other countries, and they don't want it. They don't fucking want it.
Ever.
Biggest
fucking mistake ever.
Yeah, and a lot of the
you're making the other world's problems ours, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Well, that's the thing, though. They're gonna be ours because we're bringing people in. Look at the UK. You've got
Jesus.
You've got Muslims.
They've made it their problem.
So bad.
You've got Muslims actually talking in interviews saying that when we get to 51%, either you guys follow us or violence,
or you have to pay a tax. I've heard them say you have to pay a tax.
Jizya.
Yes, that's it. Yes. So if you are not going to convert to Islam,
and you know what the tax is for?
Pornography.
It's to protect you from them.
Yes.
That's
like
what
the
the tax
mafia.
for. Yeah, it's extortion.
In the UK, they currently have people that are pushing Sharia law.
Yeah.
They have people literally going around
On
and
horseback.
enforcing it on horseback.
Yeah, that was wild to me. I was
It blew my fucking mind.
and then you've got Poland, who's like, "Fuck you!"
Oh, yeah, they're
nobody's
just-
coming in.
Yeah,
we're
exactly.
Polish
Well, that's what I'm saying. Why don't we do the same as Americans? Fuck you.
because we've got too many people in this country that believe that if you maintain your culture, you're racist unless you're outside of white.
So like I have
true.
an old friend that actually moved to Poland. He got married to a Polish girl, and when he went over there and became a citizen, he said he had to go through so much shit, much stuff to actually get in there. And he said straight up, if you weren't marrying her, we would not let you in. If you were not marrying into this Polish family, you would not be coming in here. And he was American.
We do that here, but we got mail order brides.
Yeah, but
Well,
he also it's like a whole bunch of shit. Like he had to,
citizenship too, fucking anchor
he had to be
babies and
marrying into this Polish family. He had to be showing that he was contributing to the to the economy and all of that.
That's what we used to do here.
We did.
We used to have
That's
a
what they're-
thing.
that's what they're
that
doing in Poland.
When you would come in, you would actually be like, "I
I'm a
can do this.
doctor.
I can
I'm
do
a-
this
I'm
thing
a-
that other people can't do."
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're going to be a benefit to society. Now we just go, "Oh, did you just write down refugee? Fine, come on
You're
in."
oppressed in your country. Come on in. Give us your tired.
Well,
give us your weak.
And that's the problem is you've got people that have ties with terrorist organizations that come in and say, "I'm a refugee."
Yeah,
And
come
it's
on
like,
in.
yeah, the
You
reason
poor
you were
thing. Here's
gonna
a check.
the reason you were gonna die is because we had you as a target because we were in that country.
Yeah.
And now you're coming into this country. And that's what fucking sucks about it. It's people, and it's weird how we had right after we went into Iran, we got the fucking Texas shooting at the bar.
Yep.
Yeah,
What did
There
we
was
have
a-
after that? There was another one.
There's actually been,
But there were two major ones.
You know what? Let's see if
the
I
one in
can-
Texas, the guy, and this is the great thing, the cops in Texas fucking handled that shit in 30 seconds.
Yeah. Not fast enough though.
No, it wasn't fast enough because 3 people did get killed outside of him.
You figured the people in the actual bar would have been armed as well.
They might have been. But they also probably have laws in the state of Texas saying that you can't be armed inside an establishment that serves alcohol.
That's not a bad idea. Actually, that's probably a good idea.
I don't necessarily think that it's a bad idea to be armed inside a place of alcohol if you're not drinking.
Well,
I don't drink,
why
so
go
I
to-
could go hang out with friends, carry a gun.
Why would you go to a bar?
I don't want to. I'm not saying that I would.
But you want that option.
But that would be an option. I could go hang out with people because me and my ex, we'd go to bars and I just wouldn't drink. I would just hang out and play pool.
That sounds boring as fuck.
So listen to this. Okay, now. Oh, okay. This is just from.
Did it come from CNN?
No.
It's going to be like nothing was Islamic.
Weird
this
cartoon character.
Yeah.
So just
furry.
Okay. So up to.
I'm a dog.
So up to.
Guns are bad.
Up to this current Iran conflict from 1979, there was 40 documented attacks that were directly connected to Iran here in the United States.
Well, didn't the president have like 3 or 4?
Since
those were the ones that were planned, but I don't know that they ever went through.
we're not sure if how far some of those
All right.
went, but since
You did
there
remind
has
me of
been
something,
an escalation, like you said, there was those 2 bigger events, but
Yeah.
there's been also several smaller events that were,
Well, the bombs in New York.
There we go. That was the other
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
that was the other one. The one that all the news stations that were kind of left leaning made it seem like the protesters were the one throwing bombs.
Yeah.
They're like, oh man, the protesters threw bombs at Mamdani's house.
Yeah.
No, that's not what happened. The protesters were standing out there protesting outside Mamdani's mansion, and then 2 Islamic kids who drove, what was it, 2 hours away to go and do this?
Yeah.
Came in with fucking
Jars of-
homemade pipe bombs.
Yeah.
that were, or I think homemade pipe bombs that had nails in it, so little homemade nail bombs that they threw and didn't explode, and yelling Allahu Akbar during it. But none of that was mentioned. It was just the craziest one. I think was ABC when they go, "It was a nice day and it's sunny out." And would have been a great day that had these two kids just not, gone and caused trouble. Essentially, is what they.
So yeah, there was
that was in the title. It was
Yeah.
fucking
Those
crazy.
rascals.
They were rapskillions.
Those little guys.
So there was the 3 separate incidents, and then there's 2 that are currently still being investigated as
Hate
attacks.
crimes.
And but it looks like one of them is probably connected to Iran.
Well, and one of the crazy parts too is I don't know. You watch Sean Ryan?
Yeah.
Didn't you mention that it was going to be like sleeper cells waking up?
Yeah, well, that's what I was getting to. There's that lady that goes on there that's highly connected with the CIA, or at least used to be. And from the information she has gathered, that there's at least 1,000 separate sleeper agents within the U.S.
I believe it.
I think through Iran, but some sort of Islamic terrorist group. And then that sleeper, I think, either agents or sleeper cells themselves, but they all can be completely individual too. That's the crazy thing about these sleeper cells. They come in, they live they wait for that one instance, and then they go and do something. That guy in Texas could have been that.
Could be that random guy that
the guy in Texas had that shirt that said "Property of Allah,"
and then had the flag underneath it.
What was the flag?
He had a flag T-shirt.
Wasn't it Iranian flag? Yeah.
But that's the thing. You could have
sweatshirt.
That's the thing. You could have somebody that is not showing any outward signs of being one of these people that would want to do something like this, and then one day they just decide, you know what? Today's the day.
Or they get that call, or they get that text, or they get that whatever.
Or they're not even directly connected, and they just believe in.
It's like the ones that are influenced by internet. The kids that are like.
It's like the 9/11
Hasan
hijackers.
Piker fan. Hasan Piker fans.
The 9/11 hijackers. They would go to strip clubs. They would drink alcohol. They would do all the things, and that was what is it called when Muslims are allowed to lie?
Oh,
Sharifah.
No,
it's
Sharifah.
Nope.
Shingara.
No, none of what
There's a specific term.
Alabaster
is close.
Kefir.
Because jizya is the fucking taxes. This one I can't remember what it's called.
Inkla. Incalia.
No, none of what you say is fucking no.
I'll start throwing words out.
You could go a trillion years and never get it, while the monkey sitting next to you would type out Shakespeare.
So it's called taquilla.
Taquilla.
I told
That's
you I
right.
was close, dude. I was gonna say taquilla.
I love
next.
taquitos. I love taquitos.
All right.
But yeah, so I mean, taquilla is what they were doing when it came to the 9/11. They were going out lying about being as devout as they were by going to strip clubs, drinking, by doing the things the infidels do to fit in.
Yeah.
They
loved it too.
Oh,
Bob's
of course
and
they
Machine?
did.
Fuck yeah.
That's why one of them finally said, "Fuck it, I'm not going to do this." The 20th hijacker.
I really enjoy my lifestyle now.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh shit, I'm going to die. This is dumb.
Yeah.
I'm finally having fun."
The one smart guy out of the bunch.
Oh, and one thing I was going to mention before we do end the show, there's been news through the Charlie Kirk assassination.
I heard about that.
That the ATF did some testing on the bullet that was in Charlie Kirk and the gun. They don't match.
Yeah.
And
I heard something about that.
So yeah,
too.
bring this up on Instagram. It'll be the Tim whatever his fucking name is. Tim Pool.
Tim Pool.
So we can watch that to end this out.
Something to brew about.
Yeah. No, this is, I mean, it's interesting because if this is the case, if this is the real case, that this is what happened.
Robinson, of course, many people already, as this story
We don't have
is
to watch the
breaking,
whole thing. We
are
can watch
claiming
this
this
short
proves
pack.
it.
This is the beginning
Well, it
of
doesn't
the
really prove
show.
anything. It's a
And he
claim made by
talks
the
about
defense. So we're going to analyze this, break down what it really means. But of course,
Probably a couple minutes,
because
I
of
guess.
the massive popularity of the Charlie Kirk assassination conspiracy theories, I would argue, and many do,
Yeah, see
Tyler
how it
Robinson
points
is
down?
likely to be found not guilty because of the massive amount of attention given to alternate theories, especially with statements now from Joe Kent. I think they are going to use all of this. And they've stated they will use
Joe Kent,
the filings from the
So
ATF.
go ahead and pause for 1 second. So Joe Kent, when he was in the counterterrorism unit, they went to see if potentially Tyler Robinson had any connections with outside sources. And he was denied and told you're not looking.
That's
into
right.
this.
No, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was excluded out of a lot.
100%
of
told
meetings.
no, you can't do that. Same thing with the Butler assassination attempt.
Right. Don't ask questions
with
about
Crooks.
That. Yeah, I remember that.
Here's the crazy thing. Remember how we were told that Crooks had no online presence?
Yeah, which was bullshit.
Yeah.
Complete bullshit. They went and looked. He's got a ton of fucking online stuff.
Yes, he did.
Right.
They just tried to hide all of it because you notice Trump hasn't even looked into the.
Yeah,
I'm sure
it's
he
like
has, but-
that whole thing.
no, but
is
what I'm saying, like
fucking
out in
wild.
public,
Yeah.
Trump's a public guy.
Yeah.
He wants everything to be public. You know what I mean? Like that's why he says fucking crazy shit all the time.
Except for the
It's
Epstein
wild
files.
stuff.
Yeah, that's the only time where he doesn't want any public
Yeah,
stuff.
he starts a war to keep that one away.
Fuck.
Yeah, but with the Tim Pool talking about this, if this is the case, that they have found that bullet does not match, now you have to start looking at other theories and figure out what the fuck actually happened here. First off,
Was it the exploding mic?
was it? Well, I mean, people are
Was it
already
a shooter from behind?
people have already made up their mind. There's a lot of people on the internet that think that Mossad 100% did it because Charlie Kirk was finally starting to question Israel.
Yeah, that's been ever since he was
Yes,
assassinated.
yes, but it's been more solidified since then
Yeah.
because they've found more text messages from
Yeah.
him saying that, hey, I don't know if we should be really doing this thing. Him turning down a big donation from, I don't know if it was AIPAC or something like that, but it was
He developed some scruples. Huh?
yeah,
That's
it
what
was.
he gets.
Well, he doesn't want war. He didn't want war. One of his big
And there was
things.
talk that he was kind of souring on the Israel.
Well,
thing,
one
you
of the
know.
big things that he did not want was a war with Iran.
Well,
And he's a good person.
he got his wish.
He's a good person to get the youth of America to be like, yeah,
We
let's
don't
not
want
do that.
either. Yeah.
But if he's out of the way, so I mean,
Yeah.
look, I'm not
Erica
saying
Kirk can be bought.
I'm not. Yeah,
we see that.
100%. Druski.
Did you see that too?
Yeah.
We should pull that up.
Okay,
dude.
well,
That was
we'll end with
fucking
that.
great.
Well, no, because I wanted to end with
Well,
the Matt Gaetz thing because that's brand new. That shit
Yeah,
just
we can
came
do
out.
that.
Okay.
We can do that, Kevin.
We could have had fun, but
forgot
let's
I
do
don't
the Matt
know
Gaetz
what
thing.
Drewski. What is that?
He dressed up as Erica Kirk.
Would have
for
been
one day.
hilarious.
Oh,
It's fantastic.
fuck, come on.
So Matt Gaetz, we'll do that. We'll end on Matt Gaetz.
It's right over there.
Translator one, right?
No, it's right
Over
there.
here?
So this is, and we don't have to end on this. We can go to
No,
that
we-
too.
we
We
can
just
end
We're
on that.
ending.
We're
Which
an-
shows
we're an hour
fucking
15.
an hour 15 in.
I know we can
I
run
like
a
the
few.
story,
We can
Kevin.
run a few.
Carry
extra
on.
No, go
minutes.
for it.
I like it.
Okay,
'cause this
so
is important.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so apparently, former Senator Matt Gaetz, he claims that he was told while he was in office, while he was still, in his chair, he claimed that the military once
Are we
briefed
just
him
gonna
on
look at his forehead?
on
Those aren't Matt
What
Gaetz.
the
But-
fuck?
That's just an ad.
I was going to read that. That
Yeah, I'm
headline.
sorry. I'll bring it back up. Shane didn't want to see that guy.
So
It was
he
weird.
claimed that the military once briefed him on an alien breeding program involving humans when he was in office. Now, okay, so what he claimed was that the military had told him that there was some alien breeding program that involved aliens taking people from war zones and from other places where basically they wouldn't be missed. You could just say, hey, war zones, like people die, people disappear in war zones.
That's what happened
It's
to
very
all
easy.
the people associated with Robert Durst.
Robert Durst.
Yeah.
They were in war zones.
I mean, look at
No.
him. He fucked an alien. Look at him. You know he fucked an
You
alien.
know who Robert Durst was, right?
And he enjoyed
name
it,
sounds
too.
familiar.
He was
That
the
guy's put
billionaire that killed
penis
his
everywhere.
wife, then killed his best friend,
yeah,
then
yeah,
fucking
okay,
admitted
yeah.
to it on HBO.
I do
He also
remember,
killed
yeah,
his neighbor
yeah.
Here's
and
his-
then fucking dismembered him and put him in a fucking
Right,
lake.
yeah.
And then said it was self-defense and got off.
That's fucking
Here's his
insanity.
his actual statement.
So okay, so he said, I had someone come and brief me who was in the military uniform, worked for the United States Army, and was briefing me on the
It's like a
locations.
7-year-old.
Yeah. That was briefing me on the locations of hybrid breeding programs where captured aliens were breeding with humans to create some hybrid race that could engage in intergalactic communication. An actual
guy's
uniformed
fucking
member of the
crazy.
United States Army briefed me on that. Now, the thing is, he was saying that these people were abducted from war zones and caravans of migrants. This is where
Yeah,
they would
I'm
abduct
fine
from.
with that.
And, well, I mean, you think about it, like, why go and abduct people straight from their house in the middle of the city where people might notice, right?
I don't know.
Take them from
I'm not an
war
alien.
zones. I'm just saying,
Again, he fucked an alien.
But so basically, the idea is that they're breeding hybrids so that they can like telepathically communicate with alien race.
Yeah, the
and
Anunnaki.
that
We
sort
know
of
the
thing.
story.
That one
And-
asteroid that's still flying up above us.
Three-Eye Atlas?
Three-Eye
Yeah,
Atlas.
that Atlas one that's sending
Which
communications
they
now.
think is like 12 or like it's like billions of years old.
They're
apparently.
also saying an increased amount of meteor showers too because of it. Or they think there's some intergalactic.
It's
war
also
going
a hell
on
of a
right
lot smaller than we initially thought.
Yeah,
they thought
it
it was
is.
like 5.5 kilometers wide, and
That's
like
'cause it's broken into pieces.
No, it's
They
not.
sent its
It's
spaceships
not.
down.
It's not. It's not.
And they're
Then
fucking
they looked.
Matt Gaetz.
Then they looked at it again, and they're
He's
like,
having an
"Oh, it's
orgy."
way small compared to what we thought."
Well,
it
it's
was.
also not even near Earth right now.
No, and it never was.
No,
never did.
It was never gonna be. Yeah. But
so he has nothing to substantiate this. He just
no,
said
he's
a
just
dude
talking about
in
that
uniform.
someone came to him that's in the military talking about that these programs are going on, and whoa, I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
True,
Was
not
it-
true.
was
No
it-
idea.
Was it what's his
But,
face?
Yeah, it was what's his
Dowdy?
face.
I mean, it's
yeah,
Dowdy.
Richard Dowdy. Richard Dowdy.
Was it
Yeah,
Dowdy?
I don't know.
If it was Dowdy, then
But,
you're like, yeah, it's a disinformation fucking platform. Stay away from it. Don't tell anybody because you're just
Yeah.
muddying the waters.
But we have had interesting stuff going on with the UFO shit lately.
Yeah.
You know, Obama talking about where he basically
Confirmed.
said
The guy goes, "Are there aliens?" He's like, "Yeah, but I haven't seen them."
yeah something to that effect.
And
yeah.
he's all. There's no bunker under Area 51. He's like, unless they're hiding that from me.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
the biggest conspiracy in the world. He's like, I didn't see any of it there.
Epstein thing is still the biggest conspiracy in the world.
Well, yeah, that's why we're getting all this
yeah.
other shit. That's
Yep.
why we
Yeah.
started World War III. That's why we're gonna fucking probably invade. I don't know, fucking a mom and pop shop on an island just randomly.
Well, remember, and everyone's saying, or a lot of people have been saying, something's going to happen in 2020. Some big event.
Yeah,
is
but
supposed to
that's
happen in
from what's his
2027.
face.
They've been
That's from
saying
what's
that
his
for
face.
fucking
Yeah,
years.
Jeremy
They're supposed to
Corbell.
have
No,
an
it's-
issue. 2012 is
No.
supposed to be the end of the
No,
world.
not the end of the world. There's some event.
Corbell's the one that's been saying that they're gonna have a fake UFO fucking thing come
Yeah.
in.
Oh yeah, we watched that.
and
video.
we're gonna
Right.
yeah, and
It was all serious.
yeah,
He was very serious.
well,
yeah.
because he's using his intel from people that he knows within the
Yeah,
government.
Matt Gaetz.
Yeah, Matt Gaetz.
And it might be.
Who
If it's
knows?
Matt Gaetz, and you're like,
But-
Well, a guy in uniform told me this, so
Yeah.
it's gotta be true.
So it's
he was in a uniform.
But it's all pretty interesting, and I mean, I don't, like I said, I don't know if what Matt Gaetz was told was true, but
I don't know. I still
it's-
think the Druski thing would have been.
Put it
funnier.
on. We still got time. No,
we
Put
don't.
it on. Yes,
Nope.
we do.
Nope.
You know this can be as long as we want it to be, right?
It's true.
So put it on.
All right, let me find the record scratch here really quick. I don't have a record scratch anymore.
Oh,
Just turn it
man.
off. Okay, Drewski.
The
Let's end it with
Druski
that.
thing is.
I don't know who the fuck that is, but
He's that black.
I can't believe you haven't seen this.
He's a big black guy that does a show where he finds.
Yeah, I don't
potential-
actually find him all that interesting for the most part.
He finds potential in gosh, what is it called? Like
Yep,
entertainers
it's
and shit.
Uski.
Like, yeah, it didn't-
No,
for
type
some
in
reason-
his name.
I tried to, but I didn't get the DR.
Yeah, I don't know how you do that, but it's up there. Just click it.
Eric.
It's it's already up there.
Cool. We'll end
And,
on this.
Yeah,
then.
check out the videos
Yeah.
and see. I'm sure there's got to be a video. Is it short videos?
Is it
yeah,
short? How long is
This'll
it?
work.
Okay.
I don't know how to make this bigger.
You can't. That's why we don't.
Yeah,
this
go to
way
a different
usually.
one. Find a different. Yeah.
That's the problem with the short videos. You can maybe find. Yeah, that might. Hot 97.
This one here.
Maybe. I mean.
It's
I don't
Hot
know.
97. It's Morning Zamero, baby. And before the break, y'all, we talked about
go to moving
Drewski
along.
doing something
Fast forward.
abhorrent at conservative women.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is
gonna
Drewski.
talk about
A
it.
specific
They're just gonna
conservative.
talk
A
about
specific
Yeah,
conservative woman.
All right, let's find a different one.
one.
This would work better if we did any prep.
Again, we're on the fly, guys.
Was,
It's
was
true.
there any talk
No.
about this before the show? I don't remember it.
Let's see that.
Get on your feet.
God damn it! It's the same one.
Same
Let me see that
fucking
real
one.
quick.
I'm not doing this fast enough. I apologize.
It's not about fast enough. I want to
Just
see if
trying to
there
find
is a
the
way
right
that,
thing,
that this fucking does it.
Get on your feet.
There's got to be a way to fucking make this bigger.
Is that the video? Is that
one of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he interviews just like her.
But yeah, he's doing like all of her
We serve a just
shit.
God. And I rest easy in knowing that He's sovereign, but He's just.
Those eyes, Jesus.
And so let the Lord
I know.
Fucking crazy.
handle that.
I serve a righteous God. And that is why we say our prayers. We are all his children. But when I say children, I mean like the holy, blessed Trinity, which is why I hold the Bible.
Don't let anyone disenfranchise
He's actually getting the eyes down
you're
pretty
a
good.
young man.
He practiced that.
Especially
Yeah,
a
he
young
did.
white male man. Don't ever let anyone talk down to you. We need strong men out there.
We have to protect all men in America, especially all white men in America.
Black security guard behind him. It's like,
Doing the shifty dog eyes from fucking The Simpsons. Yeah, he's getting a lot of shit right now for this, for doing whiteface.
As he should.
Which, look, here's the way I look at it. Either it's okay to do or it's not okay to do, and I don't care.
It's
So
fine to make fun of.
Well, here's the thing. I think it's fine to do. So going after Jimmy Kimmel for doing fucking what is his name? Carl Malone.
Oh, Carl Malone. Yeah,
Carl Malone. That dude that did Shaq. I can't remember that guy's name. I don't think any
Throw
of
me
us
the
actually
ball,
know
man.
him.
Throw me the ball.
But Jimmy Fallon being fucking Chris Rock.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, he did it on Saturday Night Live.
Did he really?
And it's like, look, I don't care. If the character's good and the intention is right, I don't have a problem with it.
As long as
Now,
it's performed well. If it's bad,
if
it's
you're-
racist piece of shit.
No, if you're going up there and you're actually doing like, I don't know what Judy Garland did in that fucking movie she did back in the fucking 30s or whatever it was.
Mammy's Girl or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
If you're doing that, okay, there might be a problem.
There was comedy involved
But
with
if you're
that.
going up and you're
Different
being
time, Shane.
But if you're going up and doing Tropic Thunder,
Now,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, we don't ever attack that one.
No, because that was perfect.
Lightning in a bottle.
It was fucking great. And he was supposed to play a Mexican in another movie, and I want to see that.
Yeah.
I wanted to see that one too.
It's on a fucking. It's on a shelf.
It got shelved.
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
It's been shelved since I think 2014
Son of a
or
bitch.
2015.
All right, guys.
So
I'm shutting it down.
anyway,
Shutting it
all
down.
right. Thank you for listening. Yeah, do you see why we wanted the Druski thing?
Yeah, I get it.
It's pretty
Yeah.
fucking wild.
That's light.
Anyway, good night, goodbye, and yeah, have fun. Peace
night,
out,
good
everybody.
luck.